Sagittarius. Hope you are doing great. Welcome to your tarot reading for this second Aquarius full moon in the season of Leo. Let's just get started. Please like, share, donate, comment, subscribe, all of those magical little things as you see fit. All the buttons and information are below. So let's go. What's coming in? What's the message for this full moon energy coming up for you, Sagittarius? So what's the situation? Set 6. Okay. You got the Tower card. Let me sit with it. It pointed out this little white spot for me on the Tower, which is just supposed to be like the idea of the mural on a wall kind of aging and being torn up. But that's where it said like the ghost of Christmas past. There's like some Ebenezer Scrooge energy, Christmas Carol energy, Ghost of Christmas Past energy up in here. Ghost of Christmas Past was at least in the, my favorite version is the Muppets version of A Christmas Carol. So it was giving me like the little girl angel fairy creature that comes to Scrooge, and she's like this little ball of light and everything, and she leads him to Christmas past for him to see like where he stopped enjoying Christmas, you know? And it was several of them. There were several reasons why he didn't enjoy Christmas. So there's something here. There's a tower, an internal tower about like what in the past, doesn't have to be about Christmas, but it can be like what about the past is still bothering you, still hurting you, still coming up to be healed. It's things like you didn't fully recognize, things like that. Judgment. Got some heavy cards here, Sagittarius, for this full moon. Kind of gave me the Mothman prophecies off of that, because of the fact that, at least in the film, she talks about like all the birthday presents floating in the water, and that was the prophecy that this one particular character was receiving, was about all these presents in the water and everything, and it was given this to me kind of like gift wrap. So there is something here about like Christmas that's really coming through about prophecies. There's Christ energy coming off of this, and that's what Christmas is all about, right? So that's what I mean. There's a very Christ-like energy coming through on these major cards, but it's also giving it to me as, yes, these tower moments, like the end of the Mothman prophecy movie and things like that. There's talking about prophecy. It could be something from the winter time that is coming up for healing, for a final judgment call. It's part of the prophecy, maybe. Things like that. There's something that was kind of foreseen or foretold, but maybe forgotten and buried with this tower moment. Oh, okay. It's also saying how, right, there's something, okay, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about there's like this energy that keeps coming back up, like a cycle, right? Kind of like a warning system, like a prophecy. There's these things that keep coming up, and they're there to, yes, like show you the way in the Ghost of Christmas Past and everything. That's what I'm talking about. Like something's leading you to things that happened in the past that bother you, hurt you, changed your life. It was prophetic. It was something along those major arcana lines, and you're healing that, and it's it's just one of those things, like this was all kind of set into motion already by the universe. Like this is kind of like you said, like the final reaping. Like there's something here of like yeah, like there's a major energy coming through on this full moon for you, Sagittarius. And then you got the star. I just got like a little lightheaded in here. I said this is like a guide. It's a guiding light. There's a major moment. You feel that major moment for sure with this judgment, and you just know like the path's got to move. You got to change. You got to transition to the other side. What, right? Like there's that major transition, and this guiding light steps in to help lead the way, and that's where your protection comes in this time, because this is here to help guide you on the rest of your soul journey after these major moments here. This is all very important for your path, it's saying. It's very important for your path. There's this guiding light. It's very much kneeling to like kind of represent peace and harmony and balance and calmness, right? And that's the guiding light. There's also this red sun kind of coming through over here. Just showing you the continuity from this moment to that moment, right? Like, the red's coming through a lot. Your root chakra might be the focus, and that's what I mean. Things of the past, that's definitely root chakra work, Sagittarius. So you're healing your root chakra, things from the past, things from childhood, things of that nature that made you who you are, brought you to this tower moment. That all crumbles and goes down. You realize you've got to change, be a different person, got to do something else. The path is changing, what have you. There's a guiding light that steps in to show you the way. And it could be an ancestor, could be a family relative, with this red being emphasized. Seven of Cups. I want me to flip all three of these. The Seven of Cups here is a lot of, yeah, like choices and mystery. Can be some like fantasizing and dreaming and things like that. It's a very uncertain energy. It's kind of, that's why everything's kind of floating in space. It's very topsy-turvy in that regard. Like there's not a lot of stability there. There's not a lot of groundedness in this card. It's hard to tell exactly where we're at. Are we floating in that space? Are we seated? Like, where are these cups sitting at, right? There's just a lot going on in this card. There's a lot of like chaos, and it's hard to find your place in the card. Foreground, middle ground, background, what have you. Where it just said like it's hard to find your place. That's part of this tower, and that's part of what you're recognizing too. That's the mystery that this tower moment comes out of, is you're digging through a lot of different things from your past, your choices, all these things you've done, and you're kind of recognizing like maybe you never felt like you really had a place, maybe you never felt like you really had stability, maybe it always felt like your tower was kind of toppling and falling over. That's recognizing your own insecurities and your own bad patterns. Of what that does is that I was talking about the cycles. It sets you up to keep repeating cycles of where you knock over your own stability and everything. Because it's hard to find that solid ground for yourself. You're just floating in space. Under this Judgment card, we have the Three of Cups. It's very much usually about like some celebration energy, dancing and music and things like that. And they definitely have instruments. There's something here about music and friends and celebrations, little get-togethers, parties. And she's drinking red wine here. It could have something to do with either some drinking and partying. I don't think it's like a big level, but it could be for some of you guys or someone in your life. That's the other thing. This could be someone else's energy, someone around you, right? Is like you grew up with an alcoholic family, or like you're, you know, something like that. This can be friends and sibling energy. There's something here about getting together with certain people, celebrating, but there's also kind of this mystery, unstable energy over here. So I'm getting the interpretation of like drinking, like homes that, and not even just drinking, like homes that you might have grown up in, or people you might have grown up around that are always partying, always drinking. There's always some chaos and drama and instability. There's something like that around you. And that's what causes you to be who you are as an adult. And you're unlearning that stuff. That's the tower that's coming down. You're unlearning that stuff. You're trying to make better judgment calls. And it feels like there's some people here to kind of support you in that way, to try and, you know, offer you some friendship and be nice. And yes, still have a good time with you, even though you're making these judgment calls for yourself. I'm telling you, this person here that's your star, your guiding light, is from your family. This Four of Wands is all about union and family. So this is definitely like a family member, ancestor, something like that coming to you and trying to help show you the way out of these heavier, darker, kind of like digging into yourself, soul searching type energy, right? I think that's important for you. You need that light, because this feels very confusing, and I don't want to say full on heavy. It's just definitely like some kind of like shocking moments and like things coming to light about your past and your patterns that were built off of that, right? That's hard work, Sagittarius. Like, you got to work through some of that for sure. That full moon's going to illuminate some stuff for you. Anything else to build off this message? It's not really wanting to like give me any cards. There we go. Boy, this Four of Pentacles has been out for all these readings so far. With this Hermit card, I just said this is something you do on your own. This isn't a journey for others to either join you on, or this isn't something that people are necessarily meant to help you with. This is you within your own soul, like I said, soul searching, digging through your root chakra experiences and really looking into yourself and discovering this, your past, where all of this seemed to stem from, right? With this Four of Pentacles coming out on top of the Three of Cups and the Judgment card, again, for many piles, there has been this focus on money. A Four of Pentacles is usually a reserved money, like you're either saving or you're being stingy, right? It can be a good and negative card. So that's where the focus is at. Like, you either need to be saving or you're not giving enough to something. There's not enough structure being applied, and that's the judgment call. And maybe that's where your friends are pointing that out to you. They're helping to put that into place with you. They're kind of lifting you up, raising you up, helping to show you this message, this energy, this judgment call you need to make. Hey, I think you should do da-da-da-da-da, right? That might be what you need. You might need a little bit of people to kind of make recommendations for you and stuff like that, get you prepared in this judgment card, kind of help show you the way, point out exactly what you need to focus on. They're that guiding light. They're your family through and through, whether they're your blood family, spirit family, what have you. They're your family through and through, and they are with you, and they're here to guide you and help you. And that's what gets you started with this forward momentum. With the Six of Swords, you got some ideas starting to brew in your mind. You're starting to make progress, starting to move forward overall, especially in the mental space after all of this comes down. So you definitely start coming up with new decisions and new ideas and start making forward progress. But there's a lot of stuff that's got to get sorted through and come down before that. So Sagittarius, take it easy on yourself. Take some time out for yourself. And just know that this isn't a journey for everyone to join you on. They are here to support you on it, but this is essentially you and your own soul-searching journey. And once you get through this major stuff, you do start to change your mind, make new ideas happen, start moving forward. Okay? And that's what I got for you. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. I wish you a happy full moon, and I'll see you on the next reading. Thank you.